So what do I need to build to make the most profitable funnel? So here is a example value ladder. I'm going to run through what each one of these mean, and there's some very specific things I want you to look at as you're going through these to see how we build things and how we look at the economics of each stage. So you notice on here at the bottom we've got price, and then on the side we've got value. Now note something here, we start at free. On value we start at, like, let's say just like $1 of value, right? So just kind of see it as like $1, $100, $1,000, $100,000, right, of value. So what we're looking at here is to start off with your lead magnet. It may be free. So lead magnet, it could be a cheat sheet, templates, it could be a AI tool because that's hot right now. Anything that basically can draw that person in for free, and they get value out of that. So the value that you should get should actually be like 10 times what they paid for it. So imagine this was like 1 cent, right, instead of free, because obviously you can't have infinite of free. However, what you want to do is make sure that lead magnet would be worth at least $100. So would someone pay $100 for your lead magnet? If they wouldn't, then it ain't good enough. So keep working to make it better and better and better until they would. And that goes really for anything that you're giving out that's free. So for example, we just started writing a newsletter in house, and I showed it to my wife the other day, and she was like, wow, you should charge for this. And I was like, good, that's the right answer, right? Because we're giving it away for free. But she was like, the stuff in there's that good, you should be charging for it. It should be a course in itself. So what we're looking at with the lead magnet, whatever the front end part is we want to make sure that we're adding the right amount of value, right? And the right amount of value is as much value as you can provide in something that is easy to consume. So they should be able to take that thing, they should be able to implement the thing within 24 hours, and it should have something that is highly actionable to start off with. Then we go further up the value ladder. We've got a self-liquidating offer. So that's typically between a $1 price point and a $100 price point on the front end. Now you might have upsells in there, which we'll get to in a second, but your first product there is between like $1 and $100. Now what you want to look at with that is when you're selling that product, you go, okay, well, could I sell that for at least $1,000, right? So if you're selling it for 100, it should be worth at least 1,000. If you're selling it for $1, it should be worth at least 100. So that's what this part is for, is something that's really irresistible. And hey, you may lose money on this, and that's okay, because you make the money on these things up here. But this is why it's called self-liquidating. So the idea is you put $1 in, you get $1 back. You may not get that dollar back on day one. You may get that dollar back on day 7. But ideally, if you can put $1 in today and get $1 back, you are acquiring customers for free. That is where the magic is. Then as we go further up, you can see like the value, the price between like that 1 and 2. So front end upsells, you might be selling for like $100, $297. Maybe there's some payment plan options. I've got some other videos as well that you can watch around like how to separate out the upsells and get maximum average order value conversions from those. But just on this one in particular, on the front end upsells, what you want to do is price it in a way that gives you the maximum amount of average order value contribution. So what I mean by that is everyone who clicks on that page, how much is that click worth, right? So I could have 100 people, I could have a 10% conversion rate, right, on a $100 product, which means you take the $100 times it by 10%, and that's going to give you an average order value bump of $10. However, I could have a $300 bump, right? Well, let's say $200, so I can work out the maths easier. And then let's say that had a 7%, right? So instead, you say the $200, and then we'll just times that on the old calculator because it's too early in the morning for me in that way. So let's just say $200 times by 7%, right? And that's a $14 average order value. So even though you're converting less, you're adding more to the average order value, which is going to allow you to self-liquidate sooner in the journey. So if you think about that, right, even though that's converting less, the difference is a 40% increase in average order value, even though you've got less conversions. So that's what you want to be thinking about with your upsells. And then we've got the back end high ticket. The back end high ticket is typically like your main kind of signature back end offer. And that's the thing that it might be a mastermind, a group coaching program, right? Anything like that that will have elements of done with you, and they'll have elements of done for you. So you're going to have probably templates in there. You're going to have maybe you have some done for you elements where the coaches set some things up for you. Maybe you have like snapshots of like all the email templates and everything, depending what kind of thing you're selling as your back end high ticket. And then some of it will be done with you. It's like, hey, we'll give you the coaching of how to do this, but you need to go and do the thing, right? You need to go and set it up. And then you've got your ultra high ticket. Now, this is typically for like your top 1%, 2% of buyers. If you look all the way up the journey, it's like probably top 1%, right? The ultra high ticket is there to send those people up who want to go from like buying a one-off program or a 12-month program into more access to you. Typically here, it's either done for you or access, right? So there's when we say access, it's access to the guru, access to the founder, more so. So this is where maybe you sell your back end high ticket for 10 grand, but your ultra high ticket might be 100 grand, or it might be a percentage of rev, and they actually come into your business and do strategic consulting, and or it might be some kind of profit share arrangement, right? So that ultra high ticket might be actually work out for you like 500,000 a year, but you're not going to have a lot of the people that ascend to that. You're just going to have a few of them, right? So your back end high ticket can be a combination of like, even if you look, you've got maybe your core course, right? So you might be selling your course for 2 grand, and that's a course only, but the course comes with done with you elements because you've automated some of it with AI, and it's got some done for you elements because of that thing as well. And so your cost of fulfillment is very low, and you might be better pricing something at 2 grand versus 6 grand with a lot more fulfillment cost. And then out of those people, they go, hey, I got great results. How can I work with you more? And then you say, hey, we've got this ultra high ticket, and you have my personal eyes on your business, right? And then you'll notice underneath that, we have this recurring section. So this is where, and this isn't in every business. However, if you can, you want to look at how you can add a layer of recurring underneath all of this. So if someone is buying a self-liquidating offer, but it also ends up getting them to sign up for a software, right? And the barrier to entry of creating a software or an app or a tool, something that pays ongoing, is a lot less than it used to be, right? With the rise of AI, the rise of like drag and drop builders, all those kind of things, there's a lot of stuff out there that you can go and build a recurring level into your business. And on top of that, also think about recurring from an affiliate lens, right? So if you're selling a self-liquidating offering, you're selling templates, for example, you might be selling the templates to use on a certain software tool, and then you can have an affiliate link to that software tool, right? And then you're getting paid commission every single month, and it might be only $20, $30, but you don't have to do anything for that. There's no fulfillment cost on that. Like the company's running all the fulfillment cost that you're sending them to. So then if you have multiple affiliate offers underneath, and this is how we're building some of our new structures out as well, is just having multiple affiliate offers, not from a kind of biz-oppy, just selling, any old crap, like selling useful stuff that we use in our business anyway, and just selling it. And we're not even having to sell it. We just say, hey, this is the tool. This is how we use it. If you want to sign up to it, like here's a discount code, or if you want to sign up to it, like use our link and we'll send you this as well. Right. So then what it does, it allows you to monetize at each stage of the journey more and more. So then you can spend more to acquire a customer than other people. Now, the other thing to note here, it goes free, $1, $2, $3. On this one, it goes $1, $2, $3, $4. Why? Because your value should always exceed the price. If it doesn't, that's where this all falls down, right? So that's what you want to do in order to build a value ladder that is going to get maximum conversions and then make it highly profitable for you to get to people to here. The problem is, you see, most people try and start here and they'll just go, here's a quick 5-minute video sales letter, and then go and book a call and go and spend 100 grand with us, right? Or go and spend 10 grand with us, whatever that thing is. The problem with that is over time, the quality of the buyer that you get degrades, because yeah, you're going to have a series of a hot audience that comes straight into this part. But as you go wider and you start spending $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a month on ads, then you're attracting people who are less aware of you, significantly less aware. But in the early days, maybe they've already seen your content and then they saw an ad and then they end up coming into your back end high ticket. But if you don't have these other things where you have the option to send people up, number one, the cost per call is going to be going up and up and up and up. And number two is the salespeople are going to be saying, these leads are crap, right? Because they don't know anything about your company. Now, you can add layers of pre-frame in there, and we'll talk about pre-frame in another video. But you can warm those people up before the call, but nothing warms them up like them buying something from you and getting a result with it and then going, that was really good, I want some more. Okay? It's like ethical cocaine, right? Once you give them a hit, then they want to come back for more and more and more and more. And I don't condone drug taking, by the way. So think about this instead of just directing everyone to your back end high ticket, because if you've just got a VSL funnel right now, straight to book call, you've probably noticed in the last 12, 24 months, because I've been on calls with lots of people who've told me this, is that your ROAS overall is dropping and you're like, I don't know how to fix it. Because we're in the era of trust and you got to build the trust, not just go straight in for the kill, right? So look at how you can build each one of these steps of the value ladder and how it starts off like DIY, done with you, done for you, and then higher levels of access as you go up, and then building and recurring underneath. And that's going to give you maximum profitability overall. So enjoy that. Let me know how you get on and have a great day.